La la la, I'm Nisha, one of Ireland's native otters. Welcome to my beautiful home. Isn't it beautiful? Ah, I love it here. So peaceful, so much food. Smell that fresh, clean air. Haha, it'll never change. My home will be beautiful and spotless forever. Out here in the wilderness, just look at it. Biodiversity, all the insects, all the plants, all keeping a marvellous balance. Insects eating plants, fish eating insects, me eating scrumptious fish. Everything is perfect. It'll never change. What's going on? What's happened? All the fish are dying. They can't breathe. The water has been polluted. There's only one thing that could be responsible for so much damage. Humans. Look. Glass bottles and tin cans, which are easily recycled, get dumped along the riverbed because the people responsible are too lazy to take them to a recycling bin. One of the worst things for water is oil. It is so thick and often suffocates fish and animals living in the water. If you're not careful, then even your own poo can get into the water and pollute it. Think twice before jumping into your local stream. Look, even newspapers and documents have been left here, and they are so easy to recycle. Let's see, shall we, what the person responsible for this was reading. Yesterday's newspaper, eh? Global warming is melting the ice cap and endangering the lives of the polar bear species. That's terrible! Polar bears are beautiful. I would never want them to die out. Kids, we have to help save them. There are so many small things you can do to help stop wasting electricity and water. Just turn off your TVs when you're not watching them and turn off the lights when it's daylight outside. And you can save both electricity and water by taking a quick shower instead of a bath. Oh yes, what was on that second paper? An animal usually becomes extinct if changes in its habitat cause the food and shelter of the animal to be taken away. Nowadays, human activities often damage and even destroy habitats, and so reduce the biodiversity of this planet. Food chains are important for biodiversity. Human activities should be sustainable. For example, if humans catch too many fish, soon there will be no more fish, and this is not sustainable. Water pollution can also kill fish and cause animals further up the food chain, such as otters, to starve. Wow, this is not good news. Ow! What on earth?
What do you want? What on earth do you think you're doing coming along and getting all worked up? This water's lovely. There may be fewer fish, but there's still plenty for me to chew on.
But there's not for me and the other animals that need aquatic prey to survive.
So what? You're nothing but a selfish otter. You're just jealous that I and my fellow leeches can thrive in such water, but you can't. You just want there to be less room for me and my fellow leeches to stretch our legs, even though we don't have any.
But wouldn't you rather that more creatures and plants could live here in comfort and not just you?
More pesky creatures like you and less of my family? Or less of you and more of my wonderful fellow leeches? Through my mystical powers of intellect and deduction, I'd say the leeches, thanks.
Without this pollution, there were so many things living here in harmony. But now, with this pollution, the balance has gone haywire and very few things can live here along with your massive leeches. There's definitely no way the lives of otters and other animals in the same position as me should be put in jeopardy just so a little oxygen thief like you can have more legroom. Sometimes pollution isn't as obvious. I'm going to go off in a hunt for a good example. When I get home, I want you to be gone, Mr. Leech.
We'll see about that.
We already know that improperly treated human waste pollutes water, but what about other animals? There, look, just like those cows. It's funny that something you think might be completely unrelated to the environment, or even think it might be normal, can be causing a serious amount of damage. Look at that tractor in the distance, for example. He is spreading slurry over his fields, But if it rains, surface runoff will cause that fertiliser to get washed into the streams around it. It would vastly increase the growth of algae, which would choke the river and starve the fish of oxygen. It would completely destroy any biodiversity in the area and even destroy the food chains in the habitat. Cows also destroy habitats. Some farmers allow them to trudge around rivers which run through their fields. The cows break down the soil with their hooves and make it nearly impossible for any vegetation or creatures to live there. If farmers fence off streams and rivers and give cows a trough to drink from, then all the different plants and insects would thrive in that area. Biodiversity would blossom and food chains would be able to sustain themselves.
Hey! You again? I left my home because of all the abuse you gave me. Now you've come here and taken all my cow's legs away. What is it that you have against Lee?
There, gotcha! Hopefully that'll keep you quiet for a while.
Oh no, let me out of here! I don't want to be alone! You otter! I hate you! You son of a biscuit! Ah, fiddlesticks!